Dr. Rahul Barmanray is an endocrinologist at the Royal Melbourne Hospital, which they call RMH. So he performed a study to assess the risks for patients who live with diabetes while admitted to hospital in RMH. The study showed that patients with diabetes who also have hyperglycemia are at higher risk of infection, acute kidney injury, and stroke during their stay. The problem is that teams caring for inpatients don't always know that a patient has diabetes, so they don't get the extra care and attention they need to prevent the negative outcomes. As a fellow in our Learning Health System Academy, Rahul designed a method to find these patients and earmark them for an early consult by a specialist inpatient diabetes team, and that way they could recommend therapies and treatment plans while the patients were in the hospital for another cause. As with many other clinician researchers who gain insight from data, the delivery of that information often involves the electronic health record. Great! RMH had installed Epic a few years earlier, so the path was paved for Rahul to implement an intervention and perform a randomized trial to determine whether the intervention worked. So he knocked on the door of the EHR team. That's where it often gets complicated. The EHR team is critical in designing an intervention that pulls data about patients, determines which are at risk, and flags them for intervention. But when a researcher approaches an EHR team, they're often told there's a long backlog. Their project, even though it's promising, isn't a priority. Even with grant funding, researchers often can't get EHR team time to build an intervention. The issue isn't usually money, it's bandwidth. So months pass, their work is published but never implemented, and patients keep experiencing preventable harm. Luckily, Rahul's project was prioritized eventually, and they implemented a clinical trial showing an improvement in glucose-related adverse outcomes. Chuck Friedman at the University of Michigan said, "Data doesn't save lives, knowledge does." Closing the loop from data to knowledge to practice is often where learning health systems fall down. At UT Southwestern, we are very lucky to have an EPIC analyst team in the CIC, whose role is to do just that, to assist researchers in building interventions into EPIC, to translate their research to practice, and be able to test their effectiveness. Jessica Moon supervises this team and is going to tell you a bit about them.
Hi everyone, my name is Jessica Moon and I work with the EMR CIC team at UT Southwestern. My team primarily supports grant-funded research projects and building out tools in Epic, whether it's research recruitment or clinical decision support to support our research initiatives. We work with the ICO team, so the Informatics Coordinating Office, to handle project consultations to guide the PIs in developing tools in Epic, such as reporting workbench reports, OPA alerts, smart texts, order sets, just to name a few. And on our team, we currently have 3 analysts. So the team is cross-trained in Epic builds. Ashley and Karen are currently our co-leads for Cogito, which includes our reporting infrastructure such as Slicer Dicer, reporting workbench, and dashboards. They also work on maintenance and development of various data models. So third analyst, Christine, works on registry, OPAs, order sets, smart blocks, just to name a few. Some projects that our team has worked on. We have built several research recruitment OPAs to alert PIs of patients who are eligible for research. We also have done quite a few registry builds, such as the BISGLT2 registry and adding custom metric columns to existing registries. We also have done some major cross-functional team projects, such as the Pancreatic Cancer Registry and Data Mart, and expanding to include patient-reported outcomes. Our future projects will be focusing on comprehensive tools such as risk scores, health maintenance, OPA, research reports, predictive models, and dashboards, and hoping to collaborate between different health systems to implement research-related Epic build.
Next week, I'll be telling you about an example of how the CIC team helped a researcher here at UT Southwestern. Our daughter, Claire, who moved here with us, has gone to Gothenburg, Sweden with our son for a few days, and so we're watching her dogs along with ours, and walks in the morning are crazy, let me tell you.